Hi guys, this is going to be a pretty different video from the last two I've done on Kingdom Hearts. It's sort of the same because I'm gonna talk about a game I platinumed and how I liked it and the trophies. But it's much lower effort, honestly. I don't even have a script for it, and it's gonna be on the shorter side, kind of like the Rechain of Memories one, but even lower effort. So Trails of Cold Steel, it's a game for sure. I got a couple of friends that are really into the Trail series, and they wanted me to get into it too because I don't know, brainwashing. So they told me that keep in mind that this was like 4 months ago, five maybe. So the remake of Trails in the Sky first chapter didn't come out yet. It came out like last month at the time of recording this. But they told me that Cold Steel was a good enough starting point for the series. If you don't know, it's the sixth game in the series, I believe. Yeah, it's the sixth one. Uh, it is a pretty good starting point after having played and platinumed it. I didn't get very lost often in terms of narrative. But obviously, now that the first game has been remade and available on basically every console and PC, I think you should start with the first one. So, the game is great. I enjoyed it a lot. My only problem is that it's very, very, very slow. Like, holy shit. It's got 7 chapters and a prologue section. The prologue is very short in comparison to the other chapters, but the game just doesn't get going until the very end of chapter 3, like the last boss of chapter 3 towards chapter 4. And it's a bit of a slog, but it's not all bad. Like during those first 3 chapters, you do get a lot of character moments and interactions. It really does make the game feel more alive. Like, not everyone is just a soulless NPC. They do feel like actual people, and I enjoy that part a lot. All characters are really great, with maybe one exception. I'll get into that a bit later. I really enjoyed Reen as a protagonist. He feels like you could really get into his shoes easily, but not so much that it's basically a self insert. It's hard to explain. It's almost like a typical shonen protag, but not quite. It's hard to put it into words, especially without a script. In any case, the story was good, even if slow, but the gameplay is really the strongest point in the game. In the day-to-day life part of the game, like the school days, you got a bunch of quests and a bit of dungeon crawling with the main dungeon of the game. I like those parts, even the fetch quests. They felt good, not like typical JRPG quests. Well, they are like typical JRPG quests. Uh, the bring me this ingredient and that one and kill 2 monsters, but they make it. Since the school has so many different NPCs that all have so many different dialogues and they react to story stuff happening and they're consistent. Like, you always find the same characters, they're not just palette swaps of each other. It does it does wonders with the quests. Like, and I remember, and I don't remember which chapter, but I remember helping one guy that didn't have confidence in himself confess to a girl that he stopped seeing ages ago, and we fought together against a training robot, and it was a great quest. I remember another one where you help a girl that's awful at cooking, and you bring her a bunch of recipes, and she has to cook for one of the professors. It's really fun where there usually isn't much fun. I liked it. And the other aspect of gameplay, the dungeon crawling and combat, it's what you're probably seeing right now on the screen. It's great. I liked it a lot. In my first playthrough, I basically didn't engage much with the arts system. I basically just spammed crafts because it worked fine enough. I played it first on normal, and then I did a New Game Plus for trophies on Nightmare. And I have to say, playing it back on Nightmare really made me appreciate the combat much more. I started using arts, I swapped in party members more strategically. I had to use Alisa, which I guess is a negative. She's very powerful, as much as I don't like her. I'm spoiling the tier list, come on, don't do that. The difficulty of the game does feel a bit unbalanced. Maybe it's because it's my first Trails game, but on my first playthrough on normal difficulty, I did die a few times. I never really got stuck. There is one exception. I did get stuck on one boss, but it's usually a situation of go in, die, see why I died, adjust my build a little. Like, for example, in chapter 1, there's the monkeys that when they hit you, they inflict faint. So I died, I came back out, and I equipped accessories that prevented faint, and then the boss fight was a cakewalk. Or there was one boss in the schoolhouse that was very, very resistant to physical attacks, but was weak to magic. So I went in, did basically no damage, got wiped, came back out, adjusted my build, went back in, wiped, and it was easy. So it might be a skill issue on my part, honestly. Because as I said, in Nightmare, I didn't die. Well, I didn't say that. In Nightmare, I basically didn't die at all, except for the final boss, which you'll see, because I get the platinum. But maybe, yeah, it's probably a skill issue. Like, Trails veterans, I've looked into it a bit, and they say that the game is easy. And I've seen people play on their first playthrough on Nightmare, which even the game tells you that it's recommended for New Game Plus runs. So might be an issue on my part. Characters. Let's do a tier list. Why the hell not? Playable characters tier list. Let's go. Alright, so playable characters tier list. Already, right off the bat, get that out of the way. I hate her. I do not like her at all. She's only good gameplay wise, and the story she's around is not very interesting, and I find her a bit of a crybaby, to be honest. Why is she in the cover art? Why? The actual person who should be in the cover art, Reen, very good. Awesome. I don't know why you would ever not have him in the team. He's amazing. Still on the S tier, Laura. Hits very hard, very ooga booga. I like ooga booga. I do not like using my brain. She is good for not using my brain. Next, Elliot. B for best regular dude. Maybe. He's alright. I middle of the road, honestly. He doesn't have much. But he doesn't have to be unique. He's good. Emma, slightly better than Elliot. She's more interesting, at least. And she has a similar role, gameplay wise. Just a bit better in my opinion. Next, Fee. Very good. Gameplay wise, story wise, funny wise as well. Sure, we'll go with that. Gaius, C tier. He's funny, but that's about it. I can only go so far with 27 wind mentions. Uses. He's pretty good at the start, then he just stops being relevant. It's a shame, really. He had a lot of potential. He just fell off. On the other hand, Makias, I fucking love that guy. At the start of the game, I thought he was going to be the worst of the worst, but no, he has a character arc. Kind of. And he's funny. Anyway, that's pretty much everything I can talk about without spoiling stuff. So, if you haven't played this game and somehow stumbled upon this video, first of all, hi, nice to have you, thanks. And second of all, turn it off, go play it or watch it, because it, it really should be experienced by yourself. I'm gonna give a few more seconds just in case you need to click off. Okay, all done. I can talk about spoiler stuff. Good, okay, let's go. So, very quickly, let's rank the remaining characters that I haven't talked about yet because of spoilers. Here they are. Here we go. Crow. Great. I like him. He's funny as well. He owes me 50 mirror though. Bitch. Milliam B. Uh, I just don't really think she's very interesting. Also, if you're wondering why it's different, the tier list doesn't even have a picture for her. Sarah. The woman of my dreams. What else can I say? And lastly, lesbian. Why? They are 15 years old. Like, chill. Come on. Be better. Anyway, now that we're done with all the characters, trophies. There's so much grinding for the trophies in this game. Like, 80% of the trophy list is just for doing a game mechanic 50, 100, 1,000 times. Which, I mean, I guess that makes it really easy, but it's gonna take a while. It is gonna take a while anyway, because there's a trophy for playing for 100 hours. Which, I mean, alright, I suppose. You do have to do almost 2 full playthroughs, but since you're doing 2 playthroughs, just do 2 full playthroughs. What I did was my first playthrough on normal, using a guide for the side quests and only for side quests. I didn't read for any tips for boss fights or equipment or any of that, which is probably why I died so much. And a second playthrough on Nightmare with New Game Plus, carrying over all my levels and equipment and quartz and all stuff. And also to get the remaining master quartz that you cannot get during your first playthrough. That's why you'll need to do 2 no matter what. There are 2 master quartzes that are mutually exclusive. Like, once you get all the medals from the school, you get to pick 1 master quartz, and only 1 per playthrough. So that's why you gotta do 2 playthroughs, no matter what. It's also during the final chapter, so you actually do have to play through the entire game. Now, my first playthrough, ended at like 80 something hours, 81, I think. And I finished the second one in 103. So if you skip all the text and play on turbo for most of it, it goes by way, way, way quicker. So in my case, I took a few months to beat the game, but only 3 weeks ish of playing the game on and off to beat the New Game Plus. So it's very easily doable. There's also the harem trophies, as I call them. Once you are far enough in the game after beating the final dungeon, you get asked who you want to hang out with for that playthrough, and you get one trophy per character. Which means that if you don't save scum, you would have to beat the game like what, 12 times? Or something like that. Just save before the game even asks you to save, and just get a trophy, close it, open it again, get the next one. There are a few requirements to get the characters to show up in that moment to get their trophy, but just use a guide. It tells you what to do. It's really simple. What else is there? Oh yeah, the collectibles. Also really simple if you use a guide. The books are self-explanatory. I missed one because I didn't read the guide. And thankfully I did have a save file close enough to that moment, so I just went back and got it. The other ones that are very highly missable are the monster data collection thingy. You have to scan all of the enemies in the game. There's so many of them. And since you just go back and forth all the time, well, not back and forth, you just go in and never come back to the field trip locations, there's most of the enemies in the game are missable if you don't scan them at the very instance that you can. Just keep it in mind, check a guide for all the monsters available in one place. The shiny palm enemies that guarantee a level up do not count for that list. I'm pretty sure they don't count. I have like, how many? 4 or 5 different ones scanned, and the other ones I didn't even bother. That's about it. All the other trophies are miscellaneous things that you would do anyway, or just reload a file to get them. For example, the getting 1 million Mira, just save, sell everything, get the trophy, reload your save. It's that simple. The game really isn't that hard to platinum. I honestly recommend it if you get 100 hours of spare time. So, onto the actual really spoilery stuff. In case you're curious, the boss I died to again and again and again until I pretty much got lucky and got off a feint was Loa Reponius, the one at the very bottom of the schoolhouse. I think it's a very fun boss, actually. I just got really unlucky. The fucking ball attack kept one-shotting me. In Nightmare, I actually didn't even get feint. I beat him pretty regularly. It was fun. Even though the stats were really inflated and he had a bit too much health, it was fine. More things. Yeah, Crow. I did not expect that at first. I did catch on that he was actually the leader of the Liberation Front. Basically, at the end of chapter 6, when he goes help out the miners, and he never comes back, but then, woo, surprise, he shows up. I think it's very well written. I enjoyed that a lot. The one thing I did not enjoy was that fucking ending. How dare they? How dare they just fucking leave it there, man? I really want to play through Cold Steel 2. But my friends that got me into the series managed to somehow convince me to not want to see what happens next and go back to Zero and Asher before I find out what the fuck goes on with Erebonia. It's so hard, but I'm getting through it. I'm currently on chapter 2 of Zero. It's good. It's not as good as that ending though. God damn it. Ah. Anyway, that's pretty much all I have to say. Wait, no, I haven't even touched on the music. You've been hearing it. You've heard it in the Kingdom Hearts 2 video. It's great. Go listen to it. You don't need me saying that. You already know. Anyway, here's me fighting the final boss on Nightmare to get the platinum. Enjoy. No. I'll get it this time.
All right, let's do this. Here goes.
Do this and risk it. Why not? Unfortunate. Come on. Good. Nice. Very nice. Now definitely heal.
Hope you're ready.
I don't know which one that is. So gonna do this and hope for the best.
Darkness. That's it.
That was not quite the best.
So, what you gonna do? Can't lose. Think you can handle this? Bring it on. Beat this. Hope you're ready. Darkness.
Nice. And with the strength bonus, that's perfect. I don't know what to hit. Head?
You're wasting your time. How's it? Think you can handle this?
Maybe that's sad. That is sad. Okay.
Here goes. Beat this. Hope you're ready. Bring it on.
If we're lucky, we might just get it
Darkness.
right now. It's perfect. That is perfect.
What you gonna do? Think you can handle this? Beat this.
Yes, yes.
Hope you're ready.
7,000 votes left. I don't know. Okay, yeah. I can... Unless this... Oh... It's not gonna kill me, right? That was close. Goodness gracious. I did it! It is done! Yes! Yahoo indeed.
He did it!
Thank goodness. That means...
This can't be happening!
You really don't do anything halfway, do you? I thought I knew what you could do with your 8 leaves training, but you're fighting on a whole nother level today.
Good thing, too. Otherwise, I'd never have stood a chance against you. Time to make good on our wager, Crow. You're coming back with us. What in the...
You've been piloting a Divine Knight for 1 day. I've been using mine for 3 years. Did you think I wouldn't have a trump card to play?
Guys, what are you doing?
We are going to buy you time to get away from here.
Run while you still have the chance.
I can't. I won't just leave you all here.
You can, and you must! Heimdall's been occupied, and it's only a matter of time before we've got a full-blown civil war in our hands.
They might have been caught off guard today, but the Imperial Army's full of elite soldiers. When the war starts, it'll be long and bloody.
But it doesn't have to be like that. You and the Ashen Knight could change things. You could find a third way, like Prince Oliver was talking about. A way that doesn't bow to either faction.
You can become the wind that changes the course of this conflict.
You guys, No, I can't. You'll never make it against him by yourselves. Just run, please.
Just look at yourself. You're in no position to be worrying about us.
Yeah! Just leave it to us!
Once you've escaped, we'll go join the instructors. So don't worry. Take care of him for us. Okay, Celine?
Easier said than done.
No, they need me. Let me stay.
Still got chills from that. Oh, fuck you! Trails of Cold Steel, how could you do this to me? What an ending. This image goes so hard. I kinda don't want to press anything. Ah, there it is. And one more. Yes! Let's go! Woo! Oh, that was so good. I definitely enjoyed the game more over time. Like, the more I played, the better it became. Even in that New Game Plus. If I hadn't played that New Game Plus, I wouldn't appreciate the game as much as I do, honestly. Go play Trails. right now.